Hello! Want fun new animated content on your television network? Want authentic Jamaican content that grips your viewers and keeps them watching? Well, if so, it all boils down to soup and tea. Pun intended. Hi, I'm Shani Herman and I've got a product for you. Soup and Tea is created by Shanimation Studio, which is owned and operated by yours truly, Shani Herman. It is located at 22B Old Hope Road, Kingston 5. Other members of my team include animators like myself, managers, marketers, and an accountant. The product I am proposing to you is a Jamaican animated show called Soup and Tea. It's a combination of the two genres, slice of life and drama. It also has instances of comedy. The show is about two best friends called Felicia and Daphne who have contrasting lifestyles. The story starts out with Daphne's visit to Felicia's house, only to find out upon her return that her husband Paul was leaving her for their housekeeper Doris. After the divorce, Daphne starts a new life, and the story continues with new experiences and challenges for both her and Felicia. And here's the official poster for Soup and Tea created by yours truly. Name. The show is called Soup and Tea because of two meanings behind it. Paul left Daphne for Doris because Daphne didn't know how to do anything around the house, and at the top of that list was making soup and tea. Later on in the series, when Felicia opens her restaurant, she serves soup and tea on her menu as a reminder of this hard part of Daphne's life. The other meaning behind the name is that colloquially, the word tea refers to gossip and also the act of gossiping, something that will take place often within the show. For instance, when someone says, "spill the tea," they are asking for details about a matter of interest that involves someone else's business. As for soup, this has to do with the pressure and stressful situations the characters face as the show progresses, like the Jamaican phrase, "soup soup, pressure pressure." Many of these situations are caused by some gossiping frenemies of Daphne's who will debut in the show. Both meanings are relevant and help to give a brief description of the show. Why soup and tea? More often than not, Jamaican television screens are dominated by foreign content and barely has any relevance to Jamaican way of life. Sure, we will watch shows set in places like the United States, but we can all say for certain that seeing shows about us Jamaicans puts a warm feeling in our hearts. On top of this, many Jamaicans flock to the internet to provide them with authentic local content. For example, TikTok videos featuring a well-known internet comedian, Julie Mango. Her videos have entertainment value and relevance to Jamaica. But if everyone is on the internet, who's watching TV? That's where a captivating show like Soup and Tea comes in. With its enrapturing, relatable, and original content wrapped up in a creative animated package, Soup and Tea will provide quality entertainment on television screens, urging Jamaicans to spend more time watching Television Jamaica. Felicia. Felicia lives in a humble little house in St. Catherine. She's a strong, sensible young woman with moral values. She's single and independent, and also well-versed in the tasks involved in running a house, such as cooking and cleaning. She also coaches Daphne on how to do these tasks after her divorce as per her request. She then goes on to fulfill her lifelong dream of opening a restaurant once she finishes culinary school. Daphne. Daphne lives in a fanciful mansion in Kingston. She's more accustomed to a lavish lifestyle and so prefers shopping and going out. However, when her husband Paul blames this for his infidelity, Daphne decides to change her ways and become more industrious. Interestingly enough, this desire of hers did not waver with the handsome alimony checks she now receives from Paul. Daphne also goes on to become an administrative assistant. She does this to increase her sense of self-worth instead of sitting around and basking in her wealth like she used to. Here is the script for Soup and Tea. It is also available upon request. Here is an outline of the first 5 episodes of Soup and Tea. Episode 1, The Big Split. Daphne visits Felicia in St. Catherine, their usual tradition as best friends. Felicia returns to Kingston with her, where they discover Paul in the middle of moving out with Doris. He confesses his infidelity with Doris, which devastates Daphne. Some time passes and she realizes her need to become more versed with household activities, which she requests Felicia to help her with. Episode 2, Cooking Mishap. Felicia starts teaching Daphne how to cook, which proves rather difficult. Daphne messes up every single task Felicia gives her. On top of that, a small mouse invites its way into the kitchen which startles Daphne out of her mind, sending her upon the kitchen table. Felicia, ignoring Daphne's shrieking, gets to disposing of the rodent. Episode 3, A True Friend. Daphne introduces Felicia to some friends of hers she knows from college. They belong to the same social class as Daphne, but unknown to her, they can't stand her even a bit. Felicia discovers a plot of theirs to embarrass Daphne and prevents it in the nick of time. Daphne drops these so-called friends of hers and recognizes Felicia as her one true friend. Episode 4, Kitchen Menace. Felicia is the best culinary student in her class. This, however, makes some of the other students very angry. They scheme and try to mess up everything she does, but Felicia finds a solution to all the problems they caused. They were then caught in the act of tampering with her ingredients, and the instructor banished them from the class. Episode 5, Daphne Goes to Work. Daphne, more eager than ever to prove her independence, applies for a job as an administrative assistant. She already had the qualifications for this job from college, but didn't feel the need to work once she got married. Things being different now, she plans to go down this new path. Her supervisor, Nicole, however, doesn't like her much, claiming she's too, and I quote, "stush." This is worsened by the fact that her coworker, Lamar, developed an instant attraction to Daphne. Nicole gives Daphne impossible tasks to do, but Daphne does her best each time and comes out on top. Now that you know about the show, let's get into the meat of the matter. Place. Soup and Tea will be aired in Jamaica. It is a show about Jamaicans for Jamaicans. It is more than worth noting that our very own network Television Jamaica, or TVJ, would be perfect for broadcasting this show to the millions of viewers who would so wish to see more authentic Jamaican content in Jamaica. Price. The show will run on air for $2,812,500 Jamaican dollars per episode, which is approximately 3 million Jamaican dollars. This price was arrived at by looking at the cost of producing an animated drama series in the current Jamaican economy and also paying attention to allotted airtime, which would then determine how many people see the show as each episode is released. Also, the number of advertisements that air within the showtime contribute to this price as well. Promotion. For Soup and Tea, promotion will be done primarily by social media. Brand awareness will also be achieved by means of flyers and business cards. My team and I also plan to sell merchandise to promote the show, such as t-shirts, mugs, kitchen aprons with the name Soup and Tea on it, among other items. We also plan to build strong customer relationships with the viewers by corresponding back and forth with them on social media and making note of their feedback. This feedback will then be used to improve and enhance the show, ultimately giving the viewers more of what they want to see. Vision and value proposition. Soup and Tea hopes to bring quality entertainment value to Jamaican television and play its part in building the Jamaican animation industry. This will be achieved thanks to the following aspects of the show. It has Jamaican content, an original and entertaining storyline, and an affordable price. Target audience. The show is intended for adolescents and adults from age 13 onwards in Jamaica. People from both rural and urban parts of the island will be able to relate to scenarios that take place in the show, highlighted by the contrast in the way of life of Felicia and Daphne, as well as their frenemies, or rather fake friends, a concept with which most Jamaicans are all too familiar. Opportunity for growth. Soup and Tea, as mentioned before, is for Jamaicans. This being said, we cannot keep this package of entertainment gold from our fellow Jamaicans outside our island's borders. I plan to showcase Soup and Tea to those of us in the Jamaican diaspora as well, and as such, I would like to request the series to be also shown on One Spot Media. Aside from this, persons who aren't Jamaican can develop an interest in the show too via this platform. Although the use of Creole within the show may create a slight language barrier, foreigners can still learn about our way of life and be entertained while doing so. Revenue model. Revenue will be earned from Soup and Tea by means of advertisements, sponsorship, and retransmission fees. Advertisers pay to show their ads during commercial breaks in the show's allotted airtime. Sponsors support the show financially in exchange for commercial slots in the show's airtime and also product promotion in the show itself. The television network would have to pay retransmission fees in order to show the same episodes again, which is how reruns of the show are aired. Financial analysis and forecast. To reiterate, Soup and Tea costs approximately 3 million Jamaican dollars per episode. Globally, the cost of animation ranges from $750 USD per finished minute to 10 times that amount. Therefore, $750 USD times 25 minutes of content would give 18,750 USD per episode, which then translates to 2,812,500 Jamaican dollars. This is for 25-minute episodes with a 30-minute allotted airtime slot, which leaves 5 minutes for commercials. If an advertisement shows on TV for, say, 600,000 Jamaican dollars, and about 10 ads aired during the show's allotted airtime, then that would be 6 million Jamaican dollars per episode. Therefore, the financial forecast for the next 3 years would be as follows. Year 1, revenue, 6 million Jamaican dollars, cost, 2,812,500 Jamaican dollars, with a net profit of 3,187,500 Jamaican dollars. Year 2, revenue, 6,600,000 Jamaican dollars, cost, 2,812,500 Jamaican dollars, with a net profit of 3,787,500 Jamaican dollars. And year 3, revenue, 7,200,000 Jamaican dollars, cost, 2,812,500 Jamaican dollars, with a net profit of 4,387,500 Jamaican dollars. Competitors. Cabby Chronicles also offers drama for its entertainment value, although its main genre is comedy. Also set in Jamaica, this animated series provides authentic local content as well. Yardie, another comedy based on Jamaican culture. It may not be a drama series, but it can still be considered competition as it has good animation, entertaining storylines, and relevance. Now I'm sure you're wondering why you should work with me. I'm an experienced animator with a bachelor's degree in animation from the University of Technology Jamaica. Whatever I do with the utmost passion and precision. I have years of experience in the field and I always put my clients first. I can assure you, working with me will be a very profitable experience. Additional details: Soup and Tea is rated PG-13 since, as mentioned before, the age range for the show starts at age 13. The show is approximately 25 minutes long, which means it would need a 30-minute official airtime. It would also need to run for 10 episodes per season. I will now show a clip of the Soup and Tea animatic.
You, Felicia darling. I'm so glad I have a helper at home. With her there, I don't have to do a thing. Daphne, you still don't know how to do chores? Why would I need to? Doris does all the cooking and cleaning for me. You still don't know how to sweep either, don't it? Oh, sweetie, Doris does that too. Well, St. Catherine has been a blast, honey, but you simply must come to Kingston tomorrow. Sounds good. I'll come with you. I'd also like to see just how much that helper of yours does. Paul, Doris, what is this?
Daphne, I'm leaving you, and Doris is coming with me. I am tired of having to put up with this relationship. You don't know how to do anything around the house, and it's like you don't care to learn. You don't care about me. Just last week when I was sick, you could even make some soup for me. Never mind soup, you could even make a cup of tea for me. You leave Doris to work here and then go out shopping or something. Doris is the only one who cares about me, and so I want out of this marriage.
Jesus, Daphne! Daphne, you're better off without that man. If him did value you, he wouldn't set eyes on someone else, let alone your very helper. Yes, dear, I know. But you are right. So are you going to hire another helper? Heavens no! I want to learn all those household things now. I'm going to take an interest. Teach me how to make soup. Soup might be too hard for you. Let's start with tea.
What do you think? Excited? That's just a glimpse of what is to come with this entertaining animated series, Soup and Tea. Be the one to get this show on the air for our lovely Jamaican citizens to watch and enjoy. You can contact Shanimation Studio at 22B Old Hope Road, Kingston 5, telephone number 332-7033, website www.shanimationstudio.com, and email shanimationstudio20@gmail.com. Once again, I'm Shani Herman and thank you for watching.